Boss up. All right, let's get stoned in Grandpa's car.
We can record in the store.
It was a madhouse in there. It was wild.
I'm gonna fight like fucking hell for them to fucking love this.
Yes! You can use none of that footage.
I'm so proud of you.
It doesn't get bigger than this. Hello again, unconventional conventionalists. So, I'm kind of digging really deep into my archives for this one. I'm kind of, resurrecting an old series that I said I wouldn't do anything with. This particular installment is very special, and the exception deserves to be made. So, welcome back to Bad Girls Movie Reviews. And this time around, I am touching on the Netflix exclusive Lady Gaga 5'2", which is a updated documentary about Gaga herself. Now, what sets 5'2" apart from previous Lady Gaga documentaries is that it only focuses on the past 5 years or so. Prior documentaries have been about her rise to fame and her first, second, third album, but no. 5'2" is all about 2012 to present day. The biggest and most important thing to note about Lady Gaga's struggle is that she feels extreme physical pain in random bursts thanks to a physical condition that she has. Now, I cannot for the life of me pronounce the word, so I'm just going to spell it out for you right here. And it's kind of been a lifelong struggle for her, but only since the hip injury in the Born This Way ball has it been especially difficult for her. Matter of fact, the documentary is well-timed because Gaga has had to postpone her European tour dates for the Joanne tour for the same reason. Her old hip injury is acting up again. And the release of this documentary really communicates that. We see Lady Gaga again and again laying out on a massage table or a sofa or whatever's available and having her personal massage therapist, work on her legs and her back because they just hurt her so bad. And they really get in the way of her performing. And, in some parts of the documentary, Gaga's physical and emotional pain is so extreme she's just bawling out crying. And I think it's very important for Lady Gaga's fans to see her like this, to see her in this pathetic state. Because it's a reminder that she's human. She's real, okay? I used to always address her as Mother Monster, and I saw her as this larger-than-life kind of angelic presence, but with the Joanne album, I now understand this is a human being with limitations on how much emotional and physical stress they can take. And I think it's a really big, important thing for Gaga to show. So, we, her fans, can understand the struggles that she goes through to please us. And the documentary also touches upon her emotional struggle. Like, the Joanne album was a huge step for Gaga because it was pretty much stripping away everything she's been known for and leaving it down to herself as a person. Just over years and years, she's been known for her extravagant outfits and her shocking performances. And just Joanne takes all that away and it's just down to this woman and her talent. And in the documentary, it stresses how worried she was about the reception of the Joanne album just because, her fans have come to expect this presentation from her. So to strip it down to the basics, just a girl and her awesome voice and her story to tell, it was a risk, but it was one that Gaga wanted to take because she wanted to be herself. She finally wanted to shed this extravagant, fabulous, glittering persona that has been put on her for all these years and just get down to the basics of who she is. And I can't speak for the entire fan base, unfortunately, but I definitely have a huge respect for Gaga with the Joanne album. Actually, Joanne probably ties with Born This Way as my favorite Lady Gaga album ever. The documentary also touches upon the Super Bowl performance from earlier this year, and it shows her prepping for the show, like trying to rehearse, and she is stressed the fuck out, like any other human being would be. You know, I've been there. I've produced 3 shows, and yeah, about to go on stage with, and you're in charge of this entire group of people who are all supposed to perform tonight. It's a stress. You feel almost angry when things aren't going the way they're supposed to. And that's what Gaga was feeling in these rehearsal videos. You know, having been a Lady Gaga fan myself for 9 years now, this is really important for me to watch. You know, I'm so glad I watched this documentary because honestly, it's getting to a point where I can really relate to it. You know, I run this channel, Bad Girls Bitch Blog. This is my show. This is my stage that I put on for you guys. And sometimes it gets difficult because, you know, sometimes you guys want to reach out and be my friend. And I'm always down for that, but you see, don't forget, I'm a real person too, you know, and I just have a lot of insecurities, and just having that, you know, fan status, wanting to become my friend, it's difficult because I always want to go out of my way to impress them, like as if I'm trying to prove that I can be a good friend, but a lot of times I try too hard. I'm like, hey new friend, let's go here, let's go to this place. Hey new friend, I brought you a present. See what a good friend I am? You know, and sometimes it works out. You know, sometimes the new friend kind of sees through it and understands I'm just trying too hard to impress just because it's something that, it's a bad habit that I have. You know, and a good example, Night Angel. You know, me and Night Angel have been friends for 3 years now, and God, there was a period of time where I just had to, like, I was, like, persisting that I hold her hand, like, back when, Celestial Sensations, the Mechacon Burlesque show, we both auditioned, and I was rejected, she was accepted. I got really scared for her. I was like, oh my god, she's going into her first burlesque alone. This is scary for her. Here, Night Angel, hold my hand. I got you, baby. I'm here for you. Don't be scared. It's okay, just breathe. And honestly, I was freaking out more than she was, okay? That was the reality. Reality was, she was kind of scared, but I was really just, I was more scared for her than she actually was scared herself. She understood that. She recognized that, and that's why, you know, now where me and Night Angel's friendship stands, we're just like, hey bitch, what's up? You wanna drink wine and watch porn tonight? Cool, let's do it. You know, and that's the level I strive for all my friendships. But because there is that stage where I am so bent on impressing and living up to their expectations, I try too hard and I just fall flat on my face. A couple years ago, you know, just having the confidence in my body for the first time, just being so proud of my body and feeling for the first time in my life so fuckable, you know, I was a super slut. And when fans wanted to reach out and be my friend, I was like, oh, so you're watching my videos and you're aroused by me, aren't you? Yeah, you want some of this, don't you? You want a piece of that, girl, don't you? Yeah, that's why you're reaching out to me. Okay, alright, come on in. And now I'm being threatened with a charge for sexual assault. Way to go, Jacqueline! Way to fucking go! So yeah, it's tough, alright? It's really, really tough trying to live up to the expectations of your fans and often trying too hard. And a lot of times, because you're trying so hard, you just fall flat right on your face. And this is coming from me, a chick with low YouTube success. I have 750 subscribers, okay? That's it. I have less than 1,000 people in my following. And it's difficult for me. I can only begin to imagine how hard it is for Gaga, having this following consisting of hundreds of millions of people. It's gotta be tough. In closing, if any of you are a fan of Lady Gaga, you need to watch this documentary. It's on Netflix. It premiered last night. So it's like, as of making this video, it hasn't even been out 24 hours yet. So go check it out. It's called Lady Gaga, 5'2", on Netflix. Highly, highly, highly recommend it to any Gaga fan. Times like this, I really wish I could get Lady Gaga's attention. I wish I wasn't drowning in this ocean of hundreds of millions of other fans. I wish I could tell her how much she means to me, you know? How much I respect her, both as an artist and as a person. I really wish she'd bring her concerts to New Orleans. That would make things a lot easier. Or Baton Rouge even. You know, just somewhere in South Louisiana where I can actually reach her without having to spend $300+ on a plane trip and hotel, you know? I don't know. Someday I'll tell her how I feel. But this has been Bad Girls Movie Reviews. It's been a very informal installment, and I hope you guys are okay with that. But I love you all. Stay sexy. Keep on masturbating. Salute.
Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Bad